Welcome to Shri Management channel. Today we are going to see how do we file taxes for virtual digital assets, let's say cryptocurrency or any of the digital currencies generated in the form of cryptographic mechanism. So let's look at how to file virtual digital assets gain in the tax returns. So while you are filing for capital gains, always you have two different options. One is that if you are a trader in virtual digital assets, let's say if you're having a business income, then ITR3 is the return which you have to go to. So in case if you have just held that capital gain for an investment purpose, then ITR2 would be good enough. So in this video, I'm trying to explain it from ITR2. I have another video where I will show you how to file business income using ITR3. So you have to select an option. In case if we are selecting an option, taxable income is more than the basic exemption limit. Click on continue. So here we need to select those schedules which are necessary for filing the virtual digital asset income. So for that, go to the incomes tab, and then here you can select any other schedules depending upon your necessity. But for the purpose of this video, I'm showing only those schedules which are relevant for filing VDA. So here select the schedule for virtual digital assets, and then this is not necessary for the VDA filing. Need to select the schedule special income. Then the other schedule you need to file is about schedule for capital gains. It's good enough. You can click on continue. So if you have a few questions to answer, typically you can click on continue, but I'm skipping the questions because I want to directly go for the demo part on virtual digital asset income. So you might have seen in another video which talks about what is the tax rate for virtual digital assets. So from the new tax rule introduced from fiscal year 2023, there is a 30% of flat tax on the gains on cryptocurrency transactions. There is no difference whether the transaction is held more than a year or less than a year. That means there is no difference in case of a long-term or a short-term holding. So you can jump to the virtual digital asset. So here, when you're adding the details, you need to click on add details. Before you get here, you need to prepare the transactions in the form of a spreadsheet. It helps because you need to enter the transactions individually one after the other. As of now, there is no mechanism to upload all the transactions at the same time. So I have taken this for the demo purpose. There were two transactions. One by one we will enter in the system. So the date of purchase, and then this is the date of sell. So date of purchase is the date of acquisition. This is 5th of July 2022. So I'll go to 5th of July 2022 and select this one. And the date of transfer is actually this date on which it is sold. It is 3rd of February. Then the sell price is 1,50,000. So that is the consideration received. And the cost of acquisition is the buy price, 1 lakh. So if you note here, unlike other capital gains, there is no other reduction which is allowed in case of cryptocurrency. Only the cost of acquisition, that too without indexation, is being allowed. So that's why the form looks very simple and straight. And here the final profit is being considered for the taxable income. And then you can click on add. Then if you want, I have to add another transaction. So I have to click on add another. The another transaction date of acquisition is 1st of July 2021. And then the date of transfer is 15th of March. 2023. Sell price is 1 lakh. So that is the consideration I have received. And in case of cost of acquisition, the cost of acquisition is 1,50,000. So if you see here, the losses have not been set off against anything. Even if that is a loss within the sale of cryptocurrency, you cannot set it against the gain from cryptocurrency transaction itself. So because there is no provision to deduct any expenses or cost of improvement, even there is no way that you could even carry forward that. Click on add. So this completes schedule for virtual assets, and you can click on confirm. So the entry have been made. The next area we need to check is about the schedule for special income. So schedule for special income. So this is the last entry, which is 115 BPH, the income from transfer of virtual digital assets. So the income, whatever we had. So if you look at the spreadsheet, you know there is a profit of 50,000. Loss has not been considered. Only the profit has been considered for taxation. That's why you see 50,000 directly here. The 30% is the flat tax rate. So there were two transactions in the example I'm explaining to you. The first one is for a short-term duration, but the second one, though it is longer than a year, and then no carry forward of the losses have been provided, and this has not been considered. So there is 30% of flat tax on this. 15,000 is the tax percentage. You can have to click on confirm. This confirms the schedule for special income. You need to look at the capital gains, because you remember while we are filing schedule for virtual digital assets, we have selected the income under capital gains section. So I just selected here for the purpose of demo. Of course, these sections pertain to the sale and purchase of securities and other bonds and other things, which are not part of this demo. I have prepared a separate video for that if you are filing the capital gains for different assets. You can click on continue to see where the capital gain we declared in a different schedule. This income from transfer of virtual digital asset is 50,000. And an additional entry we need to make here is to enter the information on the capital gain to which specific quarter that income has come. So because for me, the example states that the income has come in the quarter before 15th of March. So I need to enter it in the cell correspondingly. So this confirms the capital gain schedule part of it. So we have completed 3 different schedules. Just a recap of that. First, we have declared the digital asset income in schedule for VDA. Then we have confirmed that special income, and then we have correspondingly declared under which specific quarter the income has been received by us. So the next thing is that in case if you have any other schedules you can fill, then we can directly go to the tax computation schedule and the taxes paid. So if you see, in case of virtual digital assets, there is a TDS of 1%, which has to be taken into consideration. So in case if you have a TDS entry to be making, you can enter the TDS entry under the schedule for tax deducted at source on the income. I have not entered anything here as of now. But if you have the TDS entry to make, it's just 1% of the transaction. You need to enter the TAN number and the TDS challan number and the TDS amount which has been deducted. That will be taken care as a part of calculation of final tax liability. The last step is to look for tax on the total income. So if you see the tax payable is 30% of the 50,000 transaction, which is 15,000 here. And then rebate under section 87A is allowed because the total income is less than 5 lakhs. That's why the rebate on that total income is allowed here. And there is an amount of educational cess because I'm showing this demo after the due date of filing of ITR2. There were some amount of additional taxes in terms of interest rates for the late fine. But of course, if you're filing within the time frame, you will not see this. So that completes the tax filing for cryptocurrency within ITR2. You can just proceed and then complete the payment by clicking on Pay Now. That will take the transaction further and it will be connected to the banking gateway. You can make a payment of the challan and then complete the filing. Thank you.